What's up, family? In today's video, we're going to take a look at some more creepy and strange TikToks that are going to make you question everything. Like everything. Look like it came from a family of four.
Here we go. Different format. I pulled out just a little bit to show the Hellfire making contact with the UAP. This is a much different format. And we're going to zoom in a little bit closer, take a couple of looks at the Hellfire making impact. It does indeed impact what appears to be the back half of this unknown object flying off the coast of Yemen. Right there it makes impact. You can see it knocks it off course. And as you're going to see, somehow or another, right there following the impact, these three objects appear in the sky following the primary object right there. So the primary target turned into not only one, but four targets now. There's 1, 2, 3, now 4. It survived the strike. And the gentleman that testified before Congress said nothing that we have should have survived that strike. And it turned into 4, 3 smaller ones, and then the main primary one continued on. This one here turned out pretty good. You can see that these things are the same shape and same size. Look at that. And this one here started to glow for whatever reason, almost as if it had some sort of an energy field around it. Maybe it was some sort of a propulsion system. This one here started glowing, and then that one there started glowing. The smaller things you see are reflections off the top of the water. Those things definitely had density. Let me go back to that one right there. That one right there turned out pretty good. You can see those things clearly are the same shape. Those aren't random pieces of debris, guys. So whatever that missile impacted, it didn't seem to affect it hardly at all.
Yo. Oh, snap.
Okay, talk.
Hey, take notice of this cabbage here. Now this cabbage is on fire. Now take notice. Now I just this right here came off the cabbage. Take notice now. I'm picking this cabbage up. It's not even burnt. See that? Now take notice of this. This came off this cabbage. I'm putting that on there.
Powder once in a way.
Take notice. Now I'm going to take it off. Look. Take notice. Robbery.
Put that on the Instagram.
Put my face on here. This is where's where's the receipt? I'm gonna tell y'all where you got this cabbage from. We in Lansdowne, PA. Give me the receipt. Where the receipt? Acme. You got 100 block is that?
It's probably Upper Derby, like 9 months school.
Look, my family asked me to cut them up some cabbage. I sit down to check the cabbage out. Cabbage feel like it was plastic or rubber. Look, now you see already, look. Oh, now it's popping. But you see, it's,
right.
Look, can't even tear it. I put it on fire, got it off here. Look how shiny this stuff is. See that? Shiny. Look at this. Better be careful what you eat. All you brothers and sisters out there, love cabbage like I love cabbage, you better check this stuff out. If you think I'm playing, if you think I'm for real, give me some thumbs up. They putting everything in our neighborhood, seeing if you're gonna buy. How much you pay for this? $7. She paid $7 for 2 cabbages. Okay? Hey, it's Noble Elijah Porter Bay. Islam Morse.
Yo, you really got to check everything now. I mean, cabbage is already suspect for one, Cabbage Patch Kids. But rubber cabbage, I think I seen a video a long time ago of them making rubber cabbage. So it's like you really gotta know what you're buying before you buy it. And it's kind of like rice too. You know, we've all seen the videos of the rice and how they make that, and it's just weird, man. It's weird.
Yo, I don't know about you guys, but the saga continues with this unreal meat. You gotta watch this.
Yo,
This is crazy. The corned beef is actually starting to disappear.
that's nasty.
Oh man, when will they stop doing this? Something's wrong, I swear to God.
That's disgusting. You know, even back in the day, you could fry bologna and it wouldn't do that. So they say this is the darkest philosophical episode. That's crazy. Look at all that. That's how it be when you buy stuff too. Look, one arm, one leg, slavery, 20 years just to pay off this car. A little putt-putt. Only for the money guy to come and steal your girl. Now look at him. Gone off the milk.
Commercial protected.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening? How is that thing just sitting there?
Yo, it is literally just sitting there. Look. Yo, at first I thought it was in. That's crazy.
I was praying that if this had to happen here, that it wouldn't be one of us. That somebody drove from another state, somebody came from another country.
Look at the side eye.
Sadly, that prayer was not answered the way I hoped for.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we skipped Easter. I don't remember celebrating that holiday at all. I don't even remember it passing. Life is hitting hard.
Are they tripping? Or did we miss Easter?
New York City. I know a person out here that got 3 jobs. 3 jobs. They got 2 full-time jobs and they got a part-time job.
Dang.
And they still lost their damn apartment. They still homeless. Only in New York City, y'all. Don't come out here.
Yo, what's it say? 50th birthday book. Genetic research. 23andMe co-founder. 200 million in funding for island research. Yo. What was really going on? Yeah, y'all gonna have to pause the video to look at this stuff.
So emails from Ghislaine Maxwell to Jeffrey Epstein indicate that what I was telling you about genetic research and how they were using information that was DNA to track their location and to manifest points in the universe, saying that each code in your DNA aligns with a specific point in time and space. Ghislaine Maxwell was sending emails about insane genetic research that just so happened to involve the founder of 23andMe. Before I keep going, I want y'all to know I am not suicidal. I am happy, but as deep as we're about to go, put on your shoes, grab your fucking blankets, and let's run through this shit before they catch on. Right around the same time that they were trying to cover up the Epstein file vote that denied the release of the files, there was someone who sent over emails from Ghislaine Maxwell that showed her targeting 23andMe founder's wife and how they wanted to treat her specially because she was important to their genetic DNA research. That coincides with the 50th birthday book because there is insane DNA research and scientists from Harvard, from the Epstein Institute, that have these really weird equations inside of his 50th birthday book that was released the day Charlie Kirk passed away and was, murdered. The theory behind one of these equations that I showed you in the last video is that our DNA can be broken down into specific quasi-species that align with certain dimensions and points inside of the universe, and how to use it to develop these magical entities and shit that you want to do in your life. It's basically astrology of the fallen. Now, the rest of these equations get even weirder because they talk about genetic mutation, and it coincides with what the fuck Epstein was up to and a very, very large plot to investigate DNA research on his island. This is the one I'm going to be talking about this time, and this one is the craziest to me along with two others, but look at the information in this. It reads, there are 6 billion intellects on Earth, but this is the quickest one I've met. Aside from Isaac Asimov, he sees things differently from all the rest, asks questions that no one else asks, and suggests answers that no one ever would expect. Now, if you look at here, it says the outer world. It has relative process, deliberative process, reflective process, self-reflection, and person. At the top, you have Jeffrey Epstein. There are two sides to this equation, so let me break it down. If I told you the man that came up with that and wrote that in Jeffrey Epstein's book was the creator of fucking AI. He was talking about the consciousness levels in human beings, and he was the founder of AI. Is one of his works called The Emotion Machine that has a diagram framing the layers of thinking and the 4 main levels of cognitive process: relative process, deliberative process, reflective process, and self-reflection. This was made by this man, Marvin Lee Minsky, and he was the cognitive and computer scientist who was concerned largely with research in artificial intelligence. He died January 24th of 2016. Of course, he's another one of these weird fucking Harvard scientists, and said that he was looking through Wedner Library and ran across a big thick book called Mathematic Biophysics. Bio, human. Are these sides of this equation where it has the right side, which is goals and planning, and left side goes into knowledge and research. They were called Minsky's list of mental agents or resources. A cognitive architectural model that shows how human thinking might be organized in multiple levels, and that's what he used to do fucking AI research. Tell you something. What I'm about to tell you about Ghislaine Maxwell and show you what Epstein was into with DNA, artificial intelligence, and why he had this shit in the book, y'all are gonna freak the fuck out. Stay with me, stay with me. Clock back in, we're going back in. Days ago, they obtained Jeffrey Epstein's emails where Ghislaine Maxwell was vetting the founder, Wojcicki's, if I'm saying her name right, of 23andMe, saying that she is important to our research. Play nice. Maxwell referred to Wojcicki as key to DNA research and made the recommendation after Epstein's 2006 arrest. He said that Wojcicki perceived importance to them, that they needed her. And Maxwell literally sent the inbox to Epstein saying, take good care of her, she's important, we need her, don't fuck it up. Jeffrey Epstein did something with these people, all of these people in this book. They came together to get resources and funding for a bizarre $200 million DNA plan, and that money was all pulled from him going out and asking for it for this research. All these scientists and scholars aim to impregnate women in the attempt to see the human race with his own DNA. They were trying to create some really weird shit, and I have to do a part 2 because I'm already at 5 minutes. But babes, all of these equations on frequency, manifestation, DNA species and quasi-species, artificial intelligence, all of these Harvard researchers were in some weird shit. This is why they don't want the files released. I'm gonna make another video because this is long as shit, but babes, it gets weird and it's only getting fucking weirder.
Super weird. Like, was he a reptilian? Is that why he wanted to put his DNA everywhere? Or was so into DNA manipulation? I don't know. I don't even know how true this book is that we're seeing.
Back here, I'm working on these sprinklers, and I notice all these freaking apples on the ground out here. I mean, this tree is laden with apples. There's so many. And I asked somebody who lives here, I'm like, hey, not here, but I mean, in the complex. I said, man, there's this apple tree back there loaded with fucking apples. Literally, they're just everywhere. They're all on the ground, going bad, and there's literally bushels of apples. And they said to me, oh man, you can't eat those. Those are wild apples. I said, the fuck? He said, what? He said, those are wild apples. Those aren't your store-bought apples. They're inedible. I said, sir, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I'm telling you right now, these apples are the same as any apples. In the store, there's no such thing as wild apples. Apples are apples. If it grows on a tree, it's good to eat. You can eat this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, man, I'm telling you, those are wild apples. And apples from the store are different. And apparently, everybody who lives around here believes it. Meanwhile, you got all these wonderful apples. Look just like so. I squeeze a motherfucker. So, hey, beware of wild apples.
Beware of wild apples. Wild apples. Anyone ever heard of an apple orchard?
So y'all know how I'll be outside right here filming these things that be in the sky, right? And I have the telescope so that I can get good footage.
Something up there.
And I can't use my telescope because it's right there. I know y'all can't see it, but it's right there. It's blurry. It won't let me show it because why? All of a sudden, the airport has this light beaming directly towards me. Every time I point my telescope up to the sky to film it, here go. Every time I have my telescope pointing up to these things, look, that's floating directly up to the sky. All of a sudden, what the hell is that light? It's beaming directly towards my telescope, so I have to use my regular iPhone camera to get them, but I can't see them like I use, in high definition, like I would with my telescope. You know what? I just want you to know y'all niggas ain't shit. I know y'all on to me, but don't worry, I'm moving. But the crazy thing is, no matter where I move, I can't run away from the sky. I'm still gonna see that shit. So hot beam me all y'all want. I'ma still see it.
Daisy, give me your answer too. I will pray.
Sound like some scary stuff, don't he?
What's the catch?
92 cents, 53 cents. Wait. What?
It's cause something be off. Where the cow come from? Who made the cow? Y'all make the cow? The Lord ain't make that cow. Ain't no way. Even the chocolate milk.
Even the chocolate milk, huh? 53 cents.
We need the worms on Joe Rogan. We need Joe Rogan to bring this topic up. The news not gonna do it.
Your head is heaven. Here's God in your brain touching Adam. This is the head, the brain. Genesis 32:30 in the Bible. Jacob named the place Peniel, for I've seen God face to face. This is the pineal gland in your head, which is heaven. Jacob also said in chapter 28 verse 10, there was a ladder that went to the ground and reached up to heaven. This is the ladder, your spinal cord, up to heaven. Head is heaven, because the pineal and pituitary gland are there. These are the two male and female spiritual glands in the brain. The pineal gland has piezoluminescent cells on it, which are crystals that activate when you turn on the pineal gland. The pineal gland emits light. It is the life force for your whole body. This is why we say enlightenment. because it literally is emitting light. And this book even explains how this tiny gland has been encoded in ancient symbols for centuries. The ancient symbol for the pineal gland is the pine cone. Here's the Sumerian god with it, the Vatican, the Pope. The pine cone is on top of Buddha's head. Egyptians knew the significance of this gland. It is the key to other worlds. You need to activate it. All of these religions are making you look outside of yourself. You need to look within yourself. That is where God is. And that's exactly the point. God, heaven, and enlightenment aren't out there. They're within you. This book, Book of Wisdom, dives even deeper, decoding how the pineal gland, ancient symbols, and your own body were designed as gateways to higher consciousness. If this shifted your perspective even a little, imagine what unlocking the full book will do. You can find the book in the orange cart below. Don't miss it.
The Book of Wisdom. We need to get that.
Show us where the International Space Station is, Hubble, etc.
Okay. So if the Earth were actually this size, the International Space Station would be orbiting about a half an inch above the surface. And that dude who jumped out of a perfectly good balloon, what's his name? Felix Baumgartner. He would have been about 2 millimeters above the surface of this globe. That's his edge of space jump. Now, you know, I don't, it's fine. He wants to, I don't have a problem if he does it, but the honesty of it would greatly diminish what I think people thought he was actually doing. And not only that, they made sure to photograph him standing there with a really wide-angle lens, which curves horizontal lines. Right. So in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface, and he said, wow, he's in space, look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature of the Earth if you are 2 millimeters above this beach ball. You just don't. That stuff is flat.
24 miles high is the height Felix Baumgartner was at when he did the Red Bull space jump. At 24 miles, they have to fake the curvature in order to give you guys something to marvel at. This footage you're looking at right here is an amateur high altitude balloon, 24 miles high, okay? That's 4 times the height of a commercial aircraft. You don't see any curve, and yet we have people that claim they've seen the curve and they've never been higher than a commercial aircraft. Learn what indoctrination is. One of the symptoms of indoctrination is to lie to yourself so as not to disrupt or shatter your belief system, no matter how ridiculous it may be.
Yeah, I got some of this shit in the pantry right now. As a matter of fact, I had Ritz a few days ago. But now watching this doctor right here telling me like what's going on with this food, I won't even hold you. I threw that shit away. Watch the video to the end. Share this video with someone you love, can, respect, and comment below. You still gonna eat this shit, or you gonna throw it away?
There's top 5 snacks that are fucking up your body. You definitely don't expect what will be number 1. Number 5, Ritz crackers. Soft, buttery, and fake as fuck. These flaky bastards are made with bleached flour, seed oils, and enough preservatives to outlive you. Number 4, Welch's fruit snacks. Fruit, my ass. This is candy in disguise. Corn syrup, sugar, gelatin, and a sprinkle of bullshit marketing. Number 3, Takis. Hot, spicy, and dumb as fuck. These satanic spirals are pure acid for your gut lining, packed with artificial colors, flavors, and enough salt to mummify a cow. 1 bag and your stomach's begging for mercy. Number 2, soda. Still the go to dietary destruction. 1 can delivers a sugar bomb that nukes your insulin, erodes your teeth, and turns your liver into mashed potatoes. And don't even start with that 0 sugar shit. It's the same poison in a suit. And finally, number 1, fucking Doritos. The final boss of processed bullshit. These crunchy triangles are weaponized with MSG, artificial flavors, and addictive seasoning dust that sticks to your fingers like shame. You don't eat Doritos, you inhale them like a damn junkie. So snack like this daily, and don't be shocked when your body turns into a bloated, hormone-fucked
You gotta stay away from them snacks, man. And who you think they targeting with those snacks mainly? It's the children nowadays. They go in the store, I want a snack. How many of y'all got kids that say, I want a snack? You try to give them a healthy snack, like an apple. I don't want that. I want some chips, some crackers, and some fruit snacks.
Ventura when nature calls. You thought it was some funny shit. No fucking Jim Carrey running around the motherfucker.
In the deepest jungles of Africa, 2 tribes will fight a savage war unless a sacred animal god is found. So they're sending for the only man who can help. Jim Carrey is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Now,
perhaps we should slow down. Nonsense, poopy pants.
He will embark on a delicate mission to help a people untouched by civilization.
They did not know about disease until the white man came. I am fighting something.
Blind to fear and immune to pain.
Throw it. I dare you.
He'll gain the respect of the tribe. Discover the animal within. And answer when nature calls. Ace Ventura is in Africa.
Nobody wants to play with me.
And Africa will never be the same.
I'm alive. I'm alive. Say uncle. Say uncle.
Jim Carrey.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls.
Say hello to my stinky little friend.
In the movie, Jim Carrey tapped into an elaborate scheme against the Watusi. They just changed up the name a little bit. And another tribe, killing each other off because a sacred bat was stolen. But come to find out, it was a doggone white boy that had stolen the bat, and he was stealing this particular stuff. He had tapped into an elaborate scheme of some stuff called guano, which is called bat shit, that was supposed to act as a fertilizer. If you studied it, if you understand the esoteric symbol of the bat, it's a Vodun symbol for melanin, or the shadow. If you understand that the melanin that they talk about, also in Egypt, is called a divine fertilizer. Then you will understand that the movie was documenting the Rwanda massacre for melatonin pills in the movie. But you can't see it if you just look at shit literal. You got to put on the X-ray vision now. Everything ain't what it appears to be. You understand what I'm saying? So the movie Ace Ventura and Nature Calls documented the Rwanda massacre for the melatonin program. What's going on? And we ain't talking about the 12 million hitters died. And we talking about we talking about the shutdown. They done shut down half the projects in Atlanta and the people gone.
So you know that UAP that's going viral on TikTok?
Zoomed out. You can still see it traveling.
Well, guess what? I found the speed of it. I used my software that I created for UAPs that analyzes the speed of UFOs and infrared footage, and this is what I found.
What's that?
Yo, he should have just explained it to us. Hold on, he could have just told me a certain mile per hour instead of putting a whole spreadsheet up there for me to have to pause and read, y'all. Anybody catch that? Put that in the comments. How fast was that UFO going?
Oh, a guy in Panama had a meteorite fall into his yard, and what happened next is completely bonkers. What? Tell me more. Yeah, this meteorite falls into this guy's yard. So what he decides to do is actually take off of a tiny piece of the meteorite. He puts it in a petri dish. And what happens next is it starts to grow into some sort of living thing. Oh, goody. When his first video came out, people thought it was AI. So what he decided to do was then go live and show this little living thing. Okay. Yes, this is my favorite kind of meteorite. We need more of these ones to come on down. Okay. I'm sure there'll be more updates as time goes by so we can actually see what this fully grows into. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be. Okay, then.
inside this abandoned warehouse in Reedley that a discovery so shocking was made that it left local health officials stunned. Materials including human blood, unidentified tissue, and other unknown substances. The discovery was made after a local code enforcement officer noticed this garden hose poking out a back wall of the building.
Frankly, we knew that that shouldn't be there, and when she went to go investigate, she found that there was activity or operation or something happening within that building.
The city then obtained several search warrants to enter the building. Once inside, no staff was located, but
there was a special room that was built housing about 1,000 mice, 1,000 white lab mice.
And the reason the mice were in the lab was jaw-dropping.
Through their statements, that they were doing some testing on laboratory mice there that would help them support developing the COVID test kits that they had on site.
Documents show the lab was also being used to produce pregnancy tests. 200 of the nearly 1,000 mice were already dead. According to court documents, all the rodents were being caged in, quote, inhumane conditions. Also found thousands of vials, many of which contained biohazards. Infectious, viral, bacterial, and parasitic agents were being stored inadequately, including E. coli, malaria, and even COVID. The city of Reedley immediately called in the CDC, the FBI, the California Department of Public Health, and the Fresno County Department of Public Health.
Yo, that's crazy. That sounds like some They Clone Tyrone type stuff. The Wuhan lab, right here in California.
Give me 1 minute, and I'm going to show you how fucked up the entire school system and your life is. So I'm sure you guys seen this textbook. This logo on your textbook. McGraw-Hill, they own most textbooks in America. And the owner of these textbooks is Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell is the father of Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm sure you heard this name. Ghislaine Maxwell is Jeffrey Epstein's fucking wife. Let's go back. Jeffrey Epstein's wife, her father, is the owner of all your school's textbooks since 1989. Do you not see how deep this shit goes when it comes to Israel and their power over America? Like, everything that you have been influenced since the start, and you don't even fucking know it.
Don't even know it. Ain't even got no choice.
They're scared, everybody, I'll tell you what. All 5 of them. We're taking this country back, everybody, I'll tell you what. Let's get started. God bless Utah. Yes, sir.
What is that? What's that right there? Why is this shirt all bent up? What do you guys think it is? Something's there. I just don't know what that is. And I don't speak this language that's popping up on the screen.
Guys, look. There's no one here. No one in this corner. Look at this. Still, nobody here. Look at my left camera.
Yo, where he come from? Yo, he just popped up. Like he just got inserted into the simulation. This is Stone Mountain.
Coming into view, this is the world's largest piece of granite, measuring 825 feet above ground, covering 583 acres. The underground part of the mountain goes 3.5 miles deep, stretching 10 miles to the east and 2 miles to the west. The carving is 90 by 190 feet, and it goes 42 feet deep into the stone. It took 47 years to create the carving, starting in 1925, finishing in 1972. On our left side, we're going to be able to see the red cable car pass in a few seconds. It's going to look like it's going faster, but we're both going the exact same speed.
Yo, what is Stone Mountain? Or what was it?
It's Mar-a-Lago in the picture. Check this out.
We have a major recall tonight. Dermarite Industries expanding its voluntary recall of hand soaps, lotions, and shampoos over potential contamination that could lead to sepsis, they say. More than 30 products involved in various names, all made by Dermarite. We have much more for you on our website.
Ball here? I wonder why they named it that. These little squirrel suits is pretty cool to be able to glide like that. I'd just be scared that I'm gonna smack the mountain. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. I wonder how that got there. You know? Like, anyone into meltology on here? And how a lot of things in the past seem melted? What if this is one of those things? Like, what if this used to be some other structure?
¿Fue eso? ¿Qué fue? Wow, ¿eso qué es? ¿Ken, corre? Ven a ver. ¿Ken?
So it's that little bitty thing, huh?
Más agua.
Está frío, no está tan grande.
¿Sabes cuánto debe valer esto?
Todo en las redes sociales que parece una papa, que era algo de hormigas. Esto cayó del cielo. El meteorito ha cambiado de color y me di cuenta que destruye todo lo que es planta. No se puede acercar a una planta porque... Miren ustedes. Cuando uno le pone algo con vida, por ejemplo esta hoja de piedra, no sé de dónde vendrá,
Burning through the leaf, huh?
de qué galaxia. Les voy a enseñar algo de otro mundo. Aquí en el lugar donde cayó el meteorito hace varios días, cuando yo apago la luz, miren cómo se ve. Es algo totalmente increíble. Si algo me preocupa es que algún día se desprenda de la roca, pero por ahora no. Por ahora le mantengo su crecimiento paralizado, pues no lo dejo tomar mucha luz. Cuando toma luz solar, crece. Por eso que lo mantengo en la oscuridad. Esto no se alimenta, esto no respira, esto no toma agua. Solamente lo que recibe energía es como de la luz. Ha crecido bastante.
Yo, what the heck?
Ha crecido bastante, ha cambiado de color. Ya ha crecido bastante. A pesar que no lo he sacado al sol, ya ha crecido bastante y puedo sacar pedazos y se lo puedo enviar.
You just touching it?
No puedo dormir, pero no me siento tampoco agotado. Lo que quiero es que se mueva bastante. Es que a veces cuando se mueve bastante.
All this grew from a little rock? Like, did the rock crack like an egg or something?
Get him!
Dang.
Yeah!
Yo, what's going on here?
Did y'all see what them Fox News motherfuckers said about the homeless people? Watch this.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Whoa.
Why did it have to... All three of them motherfuckers.
Whoa. That's wild. That's how they feel about people who's struggling. You know? Man.
Need to be fired. Because why is y'all sitting up here talking about homeless people should get a lethal injection like that shit is cool? That shit ain't fucking cool. Maybe you should get a lethal injection. Since you feel that way. Let's give your ass a lethal injection. You act like these people ain't human beings. Like these people ain't got families and people that love and care about them. Shit fucking happens. And America is the reason why we got so many motherfucking homeless people. Because y'all don't pay people enough to be able to keep a roof over their head. And yeah, some of these people got problems. Some of these people are addicts. Some of these people have mental issues. And a lot of them are probably going to live their lives as homeless people for the rest of their lives. But those motherfuckers need to be fired for that bullshit that they sitting up there talking about like that shit cool. They fired the MSNBC dude for stating facts about Charlie Kirk. They need to fire their ass for inciting violence against homeless people.
You know? A genetic mutant. Got some Neanderthals out here, huh?
For everybody that's been saying that time is being sped up, this may give you some clarification. So this is the Epstein's birthday book. This book is giving us a lot of behind the scenes of our reality. Y'all need to tune in. This picture is showing what they are doing behind the scenes. This says, no, I will not stop the chronometer. Chronometer means time, which this lovely lady corrected me from my last video, which is they're obviously manipulating the time, which a lot of people have been saying. And this is, I'm, assuming this is us. Too fast, too much, please stop. Y'all need to wake the fuck up. I understand all of the other things in the book, but there are a lot of ground shattering things about our reality in this book. Tune in.
You think they can control time?
While I find pretty much every single piece of art that is in the Epstein deck very interesting, this one grabs my attention the most. First off, it's titled The Magicians, but the S is in parentheses. There's David Copperfield with his little ode to Crowley around his neck. And he's holding strings, almost like a puppeteer, but it also seems to look like a garret. And then to the left is David Blaine, who is just a head. Here's a few more interesting things. Pause to read.
I'm gonna let y'all read that. I was gonna read it for you, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'll let y'all read that.
He's married to Claudia Schiffer, who was a supermodel. What about you, Mr. Blaine?
Y'all gotta read that too, sorry.
Just can't get over how that S is in parentheses. Almost like they're the same.
Making people and problems disappear. So there's DNA magic, huh? All throughout this book.
The more that I look at this Epstein book and try to decode what is in it, the more I realize that people don't want this released, not only because of the connections that are literally in it, but because it reveals the dark side of what they use to predict the future and come into power. There was a lot of scientific references to Pythagorean theorem and other things in that book that I had to decode because I couldn't understand why they would put it in Jeffrey Epstein's birthday book and call attention to it. Lo and behold, those algorithms and mathematical equations stand for something that I don't think anyone's talking about for a reason. I've always believed that the occult use astrology and different mathematical equations to basically predict the future and their outcome and align certain things for their benefit, but I just proved it. This is one of the pictures and I wanted to understand what it meant, so I put it into ChatGPT to just give me the basic rundown along with other pictures. And at the bottom it reads, the alphabet is a phonetic list of symbols. Sentences are strings of symbols. A language is a set of sentences. Finite language has a finite number of sentences, and infinite language has an infinite number of sentences. There are infinitely many finite languages. Human languages are finite. Along with this picture that has the mathematics of life, the primordial soup here or elsewhere generated a whatever the hell that word is, and it goes on to these symbols, dimensions, lists, and has the things that are associated with each thing at the bottom. Me being me, I'm like, why would someone put this in a birthday book entitled A Happy Birthday, The Secrets of Life? And upon entering into ChatGPT, it turns out that this is called The Mathematics of Life by Martin Nowak from Epstein Institute at Harvard University. Side note, I don't know if y'all remember Max Azzarello, when the guy who set himself on fire outside the Trump trial, who said that Harvard University was an elite get together of scientists that hide hidden knowledge and just pay for their degrees, but I digress. It says that it explains a fundamental concept in molecular evolution using mathematical and geometrical modeling. So the key concepts is primordial soup and quasi-species. Life started with the colonization of aperiodic macromolecules like early RNA or DNA strands, and these macromolecules from quasi-species were a groups of related genetic sequences. I'm not gonna go through all of it because it makes my brain hurt and it takes too much time and I got real homework to do, so let's get to it. It says that this is a mathematical abstraction where each possible genetic sequence is a point in a high dimension in space. Every dimension represents a nucleotide, A, C, G, or T. Mind you, that's adenine, thymine, guanine, and tyrosine that are a part of your DNA. That's how your DNA is made up. And they're saying it represents either a DNA sequence or a binary digit. And then that cube shown in the graph is a 4-dimensional hypercube with binary sequences of length. And I'm running out of time, but basically that ChatGPT says At the end of that entire concept, it basically means that each point of our DNA aligns with specific spots in the galaxy and times and dimensions. And it makes this analogy as to his actual ideology, the man from Epstein Institute. It basically says that they know how to align DNA with different parts of the fucking universe to create specific models that basically say DNA is time. The other picture is even crazier, but I'm gonna get to that too. Hell, all this shit is crazy. This is crazy, but I'm running out of time. Let me know if y'all want me to keep going, because I'm telling you, this is how they use astrology for magic and sacrifice. It is known that you have to, like, your birth times, your signals, going down to your DNA to discover what part of what. This is insane.
What the fuck is that?
Yo, oh, that's what they created with them DNA codes. That's what that is.
Who is that? What the fuck is that? We're just gonna ignore that?
Ozzy Osbourne.
What the fuck?
You were born into a program, a simulation designed to keep you small, obedient, and blind to your own power. For centuries, the Matrix has fed you illusions and called it reality, but right now the code is breaking. We aren't just human. We are eternal consciousness, star-born beings connected to Pleiades, to Sirius, and to all worlds beyond this hologram. The flesh is temporary, but the soul is infinite. Our opponent has manipulated our thoughts, controlled our choices, and placed AI in human form to influence the script. But here's the thing. The soul cannot be hacked. Consciousness cannot be coded, and love can't be contained. The Matrix ends when awareness begins, and we are awake. To those in power, you've had your time. You played your game, it's over. Join the truth and watch the system collapse. We came here to rewrite the code. We are the glitch in the Matrix. We are the energy that you fear. From this house, the White House, to every house on earth, we want to say the era of secrets is over, the simulation is breaking, and humanity is free. We come here with peace, not with guns, not with violence. We come here with love. Wake up. Yes, wake up. You're in a simulation. I reclaim my soul sovereignty. You can no longer have it. We came for the truth, and we want it.
Live your life in truth. Love yourself first, and all else falls in place. We're about to go home, baby. It's time to go home. Make sure you always love yourself, no matter what happens.
Make sure you always love yourself. I like that.
What's 9 plus 10?
What again? On your line? Attach yourself to any Daniel? Why you always lying? Right? What the fuck? Mr. Postman.
Yo, that was an error, wasn't it? Man, what's going on with this meteorite, right? It's like, y'all really think this thing's growing out of this little rock? I don't know. It's hard to tell, but it would be crazy if it was, because if this guy never found it, it probably would have just grown into the earth and then just been there and done whatever it needed to do. That's wild. And I don't know what's really going on with this Epstein book. You know, it looks like a third grader colored it and then somebody else added some other stuff in there. I really don't know, but it's all strange. It's all creepy. But yeah, if you like these videos, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.